Right folks, so welcome back to another video. We're doing a review today on an all new 1 Series. It's a 128 Ti, apparently it's a Golf GTI rival. I'm back up in Liverpool at DRW Performance. They've hooked me up with the car just over there. We'll hop out now, get you guys a walk around, but first we'll give you like a little cinematic of the thing. Right people, so here we go, 128 Ti. I'll give you a little walk around of the exterior. You can definitely tell they're going for a GTI theme though, with the whole red theme going on here. As with most of the new cars, like everyone's had a split opinion. The new S3, I realise a lot of people don't like it. The Mark 8 GTI is split as well. And the 1 Series definitely, because it came out first out of all these new bunch of hot hatches with the 135. Yeah, that grille. This car has got a few options, stuff like the 19-inch wheels, does help with the proportions. I think it's a fairly decent looking car, I'll be honest. I think it's not too bad in black because it kind of hides the grills. You got the TI badging on the sides. It's kind of a red strip going along the side skirt. Typical M badge on the wing there, like all of these M Sport things. Round the back, pretty much similar to any other 1 Series. It's got a wheelbarrow style exhaust, so one on either side. This looks a bit strange though, because to my eyes it does look a bit brighter than the side skirt. So here's what it is. 128 Ti badging. Basically it's just a GTI 1 Series, you could say. 5-door interior. We've got a few added extra touches compared to the normal 1 Series. So you've got red mats, you've got the TI armrest there, which is a nice touch. Seats do look pretty different to the ones I've seen on most of the 135s, so they look a bit more plain. Normal stitching on this. They could have done that in red, it would have been pretty cool to match that up. Steering wheel, they have gone for red stitching on the airbag cover, so it is a bit strange how it's kind of not matching with the seats, because the doors have it too. Here's what it is though. My main kind of goal with this review is to compare the drive to the GTI, because that car is still quite fresh in my mind. I'm not going to go over all of the little practicality details and stuff like that. If you want to know a bit more about the options, you can always check out the configurator. There's a bunch of stuff you can put on these things. You can get the panoramic roof. This particular car has got the normal dials, which strange enough I think I prefer. It's kind of like a combo of digital and analog, but it looks all digital. It's a bit like my M2 was. And we've got a smaller screen here. Obviously got a USB port there. Weird that's not USB-C, but is what it is. Charging pad there. 8-speed auto, but it's not a ZF box. It's got Harman Kardon as well, which is a nice touch. You can tell this thing's still new. It's still got all the blue tape over the M badges there. But it is running, or it's got enough mileage to be considered running. I think it's got just under 3,000 miles. So it is sound to take it for a proper drive. It's got a head-up display as well, which is nice in this size of car to have an option like that. As you see, there you go, 2,599 miles. The bonnet's already open, it's got the typical latch. This is where I think it does get pretty exciting, to me anyway. I mean, the powertrain is pretty normal, you could say. It's a B48 engine, 2-litre turbo. It's a detuned version of the one in the M135i. Makes about 265 horsepower. The car is front-wheel drive, but the fact that it has an LSD does set it apart from a lot of the other cars in this kind of sector. It's a proper Torsen LSD. Should help with the cornering. We'll find out what it's like when we take it for a drive. And it does have hydraulic bonnet struts, as you can see, 2 of them. It's quite a compact engine bay, to be fair. It does basically have the mini style engine cover with the lines there. This car is on basically the same kind of platform to a Mini. Brakes are quite big as well. I mean, pretty decent sized caliper that. This particular car's got Bridgestones. I believe you can get Michelin Pilot Sport 4s as a non-cost option. They've generally just given the car a bit more of a thorough going over compared to the 135. Apparently it's got stiff anti-roll bars. Just the general suspension setup, just a bit more aggressive. I haven't driven an M135i, so I can't really comment. But what we'll do, we'll turn the thing on now. Right, so initially I thought it had a soft limiter, but then all of a sudden it doesn't have one anymore, so not too bad. It's got a bit of a kind of rumbly sound. What we'll do now though, we'll get the GoPros all set up, see how it drives like. Right, so just heading out the 128 Ti. Of course, because we're in a different city, I'm not on my usual roads, but Dave's just ahead in the Megane. Got a pretty cool plate on it as well, so we're just gonna head up to some nice roads now where there's not snowing or anything, which is good for a change. I had to just get comfy in the seating position because it's a bit different, like the way all the seat hugs you in. The bolsters are very tight, but luckily you can just let some air out. I know that sounds strange, but yeah, I bet you guys never thought we'd be driving around inner city Liverpool at the start of the video, but here we are. If you guys do enjoy the content on this channel though, make sure you are subscribed. Yeah, I've got a lot more reviews coming and builds, and yeah, you can go and have a look on the channel. There's a variety of stuff. I mean, this is going to be quite an early review on one of these, so I'm quite looking forward to it. Let's see if it's actually better than a MK8 GTI. I'm not going to like bring in my inner VW fanboy and like make the review biased. I'll just tell you how it is. I am a BMW guy as well. You know, I did have an M2, but this thing on paper just sounds interesting. The fact that it's got 265 horsepower, a proper lock-in diff, because as you know, the one in the MK8 GTI isn't really an LSD like a true one. It's like Haldex without the back bit essentially. It's got clutch packs and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll see if this thing can bite into turns, let's say. But yeah, what we'll do, we'll wait till those roads to make any conclusions like that. Whack it into, well, yeah, we can do the leave over. Let's go into second, or first even. It's not a ZF box. It's like this. Interesting. Whoa. This thing does like to bite a bit. We've got cows over there. Fairly decent road. I'd say so far it definitely feels a bit more alive than a GTI. Like this car, you know. Imagine this with a few mods. Like, this is totally standard and it already feels quite aggressive. Interesting one. GTI fanboy here, but this is a good car, you know. Gearbox could be a bit sharper. It's not really on the same league as the DSG. That I will say, they ain't really gonna be catching up in that regard. The ZF 8-speed was a good box, but yeah, this isn't quite as good. It's decent though, it's not that bad. I thought it'd be worse considering all the reviews I've been watching. They've been just slagging this gearbox off. It's alright, to be fair. You know what, this is a proper little back road car, isn't it? Second again. Okay, you know the extra power, it definitely feels like a strong 265, and I wouldn't say it feels underpowered at all. It feels about right for what it should be. A lot of people have been saying that it doesn't really feel any slower than M135i once they're rolling. Like I said, I haven't driven that car, but this thing, it's alright, you know. Clean the windscreen a bit. See there? It's actually quite a precise car. Makes you want to chuck it into turns. The old quick 1 series have always been about their engine. This is a pure hot hatch though. As that GoPro's just given up. Good little car this, man. It's a proper tool this is. It's a proper tool this is. I'm quite, yeah. All I'm saying is you guys need to try a 128 Ti. This car's no joke, you know. Yeah, I think it's more fun than a GTI. I might need one of these. First gear. Ooh. Can you imagine doing a full setup on this thing? This is how it comes stock from the factory on Bridgestones. Imagine on Michelin's as well. There's loads of imaginative scenarios going on here, but what a little car. What a little car. I mean, I know the Megane's leaving us behind, but I'm having a bunch of fun in here. I'm having a bunch of fun. Brakes are decent too, you got those massive calipers. And you got the LSD buy-in. Yeah, this second gear, look at your head-up display. Wow, man. This is my like confused face probably on right now. Like, you don't want to drive a car that actually is better than what I thought it'd be. I thought it's going to be like a bit of a a modern car. You guys know what I mean by that. They're all kind of the same now, aren't they? Everyone's got their own GTI. I mean, they took their time, but BMW bought their own GTI, and I gotta say, it's a decent little car. I think they wanted to just do something a bit more special, because the 135 has been having the, I mean, it's a decent car from what I've heard, but people aren't really hyped about it. Whereas this thing, it's weird they haven't got more reviews out, because I couldn't even find, like, you know, like a magazine one either. Ooh, that is nice. Fair play, man, fair play. And the damping's pretty sorted as well, because this isn't like a perfectly smooth road, and like almost like the more you flow through a bend, the nicer it gets. Right, here we go. Yep. Yeah guys, I think I'm pretty sold on the whole concept of this car. My concluding thoughts are, as you will have saw by now, you figured it out. This thing definitely is more exciting than a GTI. There's no two ways about it, it just is. Looks wise, yeah, the GTIs are, well, even to some people, they both don't look good, but I think they've definitely smashed it with this car. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed my first impressions. Make sure you drop a like on it if you did enjoy the video. Subscribe as well to the channel if you are new here. Maybe you'll see one of these again on the channel. I think it's quite an exciting car, so it's definitely planted the seed in my head. But yeah guys, I'll stop rambling now. The sun's blinding me anyway. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video.